This is the story of how I came to love my vagina. I know it's embarrassing because it's not politically correct. And I know it should have happened in a bath with salt rains from the Dead Sea, Enya playing, me loving my women self. I know the story. Vaginas are beautiful. Our hatred is only the internalized repression and hatred of the patriarchal culture. It isn't real. Pussies unite!
Oh, I know all of it. Like if we'd grown up in a culture where we were taught that fat thighs were beautiful, we'd all be spending our days pounding down Krispy Kremes and milkshakes and just thigh expanding. No, we didn't grow up in that culture. I hated my thighs, and I hated my vagina even more. I thought it was incredibly ugly. I was one of those women. I looked at it from that moment on. I just wished I hadn't. Made me sick. I pity any man who had to go down there. In order to survive, I began to pretend there was like something else between my legs. I imagined furniture. Cozy futons with light cotton comforters, velvet settees, leopard rugs, pretty things like silk handkerchiefs or quilted pot holders, like settings. Yeah, but just, we got to this point where I just lost all memory of even having a vagina. Whenever a man was inside me, I would just pretend that he was in like a mink-lined muffler or a Chinese hole. Then
I met Bob. Bob was the most ordinary man I'd ever met.
he was thin and tall, nondescript.
And wore khaki tan clothes.
He didn't listen to news. He didn't like spicy food.
He had no interest in sexy lingerie.
In the summer, he spent time in the shade.
Didn't share his inner problems, feelings.
He didn't have any issues. Nothing like that.
He wasn't even an alcoholic.
He wasn't funny
Or articulate.
or mysterious.
He wasn't mean or unavailable.
He wasn't charismatic or self-confident.
He didn't drive fast. I didn't particularly like Bob.
No, I would have missed him altogether if he hadn't picked up the change that I dropped on the deli floor. When he handed me back my quarters and pennies, and his hand accidentally grazed mine, something happened. I went to bed with him. And that's when the miracle occurred.
Yes, it turned out Bob loved vaginas. He was a connoisseur. He loved the way they felt, the way they smelled, but most of all, he loved the way they looked. He had to look at them. The first time we had sex, he told me he had to see me.
Here, I said,
No, you, he said. I have to see you.
turn on the light, I said, and I'm like freaking out in the dark, thinking he's like a total weirdo. So he turns on the lights.
It's like, okay, I'm ready. Ready now. Ready to see you.
Here, oh, I'm right here.
And he began to undress me.
What are you doing, Bob?
I need to see you, he said.
No need. Just do it. this is awfully intimate. He said, can't you just do it? Just let him sing it in.
Oh, it's who you are. I have to look, he said.
God, I held my breath. He looked. But then he started to get all breathy and his face changed, and he didn't look so ordinary anymore. He looked like a hungry beast.
So beautiful, he said. You're so elegant and deep and innocent and wild.
You saw all that there? It was like he read my palm.
I saw that, he said, and more. Much, much more. He stayed looking for almost an hour. It was like he was looking at a map, observing the moon, staring into my eyes. But it was my vagina. In the light, I saw Bob looking at me, and he looked so genuinely excited, so peaceful and euphoric. I began to get wet and turned on. I began to see myself the way Bob saw me. I began to feel beautiful and delicious.